the Saviour of mankind. 1. Arabia is the land of unparalleled charm and beauty, with its trackless deserts of sand dunes in the dazzling rays of the tropical sun. Its starry sky has excited the imagination of poets and travelers. It was in this land that the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was born in Makkah Mukarramah, which is about 50 miles from the Red Sea. 2. The Arabs possessed a remarkable memory and were an eloquent people. Their eloquence and memory found expression in the poetry. Every year a fair was held for poetical competitions at Ukaz. It is narrated that Hamad said to Caliph Walid bin Yazid, "I can recite to you, for each letter of the alphabet, 100 long poems, without taking into account short pieces, and all of that was composed exclusively by poets before the promulgation of Islam." It is no wonder that Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, chose the Arabic language for his final dispensation and the preservation of his word. What kind of fair was held at Ukaz every year? 3. In the 5th and 6th centuries, mankind stood on the verge of chaos. It seemed that the civilization which had taken 4,000 years to grow had started crumbling. At this point in time, Allah raised a Rasul, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, among themselves to lift humanity from ignorance into the light of faith. 4. When Hazrat Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was 38 years of age, he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, spent most of his time in solitude and meditation. In the cave of Hira, he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, used to retire with food and water and spend days and weeks in remembrance of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. At what age did Hazrat Muhammad start spending time in solitude and meditation in the cave of Hira? 5. The period of waiting had come to a close. His, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, heart was overflowing with profound compassion for humanity. He, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, had a pressing urge to eradicate wrong beliefs, social evils, cruelty and injustice. The moment had arrived when he was to be bestowed with a nabuate. One day, when he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was in the cave of Hira, Hazrat Jibril, alayhi salam, came and conveyed to him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the following message of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, "Read in the name of thy Lord, who created man from a clot of congealed blood. Read, and thy Lord is the most bountiful, who taught the use of the pen, taught man that which he knew not." Quran, Surah 96, Ayat 1-5. 6. The revelation of the divine message, which continued for the next 23 years, had begun, and the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, had arisen to proclaim the oneness of Allah, Tawheed, and the unity of mankind. His mission was to destroy the nexus of superstition, ignorance, and disbelief, and set up a noble conception of life and lead mankind to the light of faith and divine bliss. 7. Since this belief was threatening their dominance in the society, the pagan Arabs started to mount pressure on the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his followers. They wanted them to renounce their cause and take to idol worshipping. On one occasion, they sent a delegation to the Rasulullah's, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kind and caring uncle, Hazrat Abu Talib. They told him either to restrain the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from preaching Allah's, subhanahu wa ta'ala, message or to face their enmity. Finding himself in a dilemma, he sent for his nephew, and explained to him the situation. The Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, responded with these memorable words, "My dear uncle, if they put the sun in my right hand and the moon in my left, even then I shall not abandon the proclamation of the oneness of Allah, Tawheed. I shall set up the true faith upon the earth or perish in the attempt." To whom did the pagan Arabs send a delegation, in order to stop the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from preaching? 8. The Rasulullah's, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, uncle was so much impressed with his nephew's, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, firm determination that he replied, "Son of my brother, go thy way, none will dare to touch thee. I shall never forsake thee." 9. And the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did go the way Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, had chosen for him. Imbued with divine guidance and firm resolve, the Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, encountered all the challenges with grace and dignity. In no time, he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, elevated man to the highest possible level in both spiritual and worldly domains. He, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was also a driving force behind the Arab conquests, which have created an everlasting impression on human history. No wonder he, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, is universally acknowledged as the most influential figure in history. In the words of Michael H. Hart, a great historian, the 100, a ranking of the most influential persons in history, Muhammad, however, was responsible for both the theology of Islam and its main ethical and moral principles. In addition, he played the key role in proselytizing the new faith and in establishing the religious practices. In fact, as the driving force behind the Arab conquests, he may well rank as the most influential political leader of all times. The Arab conquests of the 7th century have continued to play an important role in human history, down to the present day. What did Michael H. Hart say about the Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam? 10. Such a thorough transformation of man and society owes to the Rasulullah's, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, deep faith in Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to his love for humanity, and to the nobility of his, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, character. Indeed, his life is a perfect model to follow. In reply to a question about the life of the Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Hazrat Aisha, radhiyallahu anha, said, his morals and character are an embodiment of the Holy Quran. As is mentioned in the Quran, O Nabi, surely, we have sent you as a witness, and bearer of good news and warner, and as the one inviting to Allah by his permission, and as a light-giving torch. Quran, Surah 33, Ayat 45 to 46.